This is Retals making his 4th on-stream appearance. He's only played Sharif up until now. And he's lost that trilogy 2-1 with 2 ridiculous last-minute losses. LionBlaze rank 1 NA, not for the first time, but will he be able to turn that into a series win on stream? Just for reference, Retals is 16 in the world at 1576, so he's about 80 points behind LionBlaze. Before we get this one started, thanks to Prime Jaders for joining the YouTube channel. By the way, that's much appreciated. Yeah, the YouTube members are like, for some reason, just lurking. There's always around about 50 of you guys. I appreciate that. I never thought there would be this many YouTube members, so that's pretty cool. Let's get this one underway. It's best of 5 LionBlaze rank 1 North America against Retals. Both these guys have both had a very mixed bag of live stream show match results so far, but both with losing records overall. I think Retals 1 win, 2 losses. LionBlaze, I think 2 wins, or is it 1 or 2 wins? It's no more than 2 if I'm not mistaken. And I think he's lost like 5 or 6 times because he keeps on running into people when they're popping off and he can't find the pop off himself. Will he get it today? Retals there was looking for a demo on LionBlaze if LionBlaze had turned around to face him, but that has not occurred. LionBlaze, oh, he's actually missed this squash at the near post. He was trying to just ram that one in, but the angle was a bit too much for him to catch up with. Low 50-50 by Retals, won't go in either. LionBlaze wall shot from distance, spikes off the ceiling. Should still be good. There is 1-0 for LionBlaze.
Most especially including caster roster changes.
Caster roster changes. Yeah, I'll probably make a video once all of the RLCS rosters have been confirmed. I'll make a video and I'll talk about those. But a lot of them haven't been confirmed yet, or you know, they're maybe confirmed behind the scenes. I don't know if that's the case, but they're definitely not all publicly confirmed. I'll wait until that is finalized and then I'll make a video. I know a lot of other people make videos whenever one roster move happens, but that's not really how I've done that historically. Yeah, I'll probably do that once it's all finalized. Caster roster moves. I don't really know anything about the caster roster moves, and I think that, I imagine that the casting talent will be announced after the teams who have yet to announce their rosters. We'll have to wait and see. Speedy play by LionBlaze. He snuck that one past Retals straight down the middle. And I wonder if that wave dash made the difference here. Got above this very nicely, and he did land well. He didn't waste much time on that play, and Retals couldn't catch up with it. Is this going on YouTube? Yeah, put all the show matches on YouTube, just so people can keep up with what's going on in the live stream over here on Twitch. Now, I did get a question there from Ket Virus. I was responding to it because I was starting off this match, but will any news in the Manfield Night NA edition as Retals surely gets an equalizer here? The answer is no, nothing yet that I want to make an announcement about, but rest assured I do intend to make the Manfield Night NA happen, so that should be coming to your screens not too long, and it should be a bit better production quality than the last one. Hopefully we'll be able to keep up the level of gameplay, because the gameplay was unbelievable, and yeah, it should be fun. It should be a good one. I'm definitely going to try and keep the same format though, just so you guys have a good idea about that. Switch over here by LionBlaze. Can't find the top corner past Retals though, but there's the demo on the landing, and such is the danger when you try to get a save facing your opponent. LionBlaze in the vicinity for the demolish.
Great work, man. XOXO
Put me out. Thanks for the 23-month in a row tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think of all the things the Manfield Night 5K that everybody wanted to be kept the same, the format was that thing. Oh, Retals has just missed an open net there, and a bad one at that. I mean, LionBlaze I think missed technically an open net rebound earlier on, but it was much harder than that one that Retals has failed.
Give us a Dunk House 5K next, please.
Dunk House 5K. Oh my goodness. You know, it does actually sound like it would be pretty fun. The Dunk House 5K. What do you guys think about that? The Dunk House 5K. It could be. I think it could be good content. Arstairs 3 dunks the tier 3 month. Is that like you re-announcing a tier 3 that you've already announced before, or is that a brand new one? I've got to go check my doc and see. Retals makes it a 1-goal game again off the kickoff. And then Tony Delatorre, thanks to the 5-month prime also. Let's see. I don't remember our Sayers having a tier 3 sub before. Indeed, no, you haven't. So welcome to the first ever tier 3 sub. I'll put you in the list right now before I forget, because I'm really bad at remembering those. Nice play by LionBlaze. Wow, what shot! I need to take another look at this one, because I only like caught half of the build-up. I was typing on my other screen. That's a fantastic shot on the turnaround. Perfect placement. He's even caught the inside of the near post there. Did I see the new RL update announcement? I did not. What's the TLDR? Dunkhouse Night 5k. Yeah, there should be a Dunkhouse Night edition. Just like open up the roof to the sky so we can see the moon. It's always much better when you can see the moon in the air. Makes you think that you're up late training or something. LionBlaze is gonna have to run back quickly here, but he can't catch up to this ball as retals has tripped him up on the landing, and there's gonna be another goal for retals. He just did enough here to put the ball past LionBlaze and then trip him up on his way back to net. Quiet J-Man 38, thanks to 7-month Prime, by the way. Much appreciated. They're adding a nose topper. They are not. No way. If Psyonix are adding a nose topper and I'm not getting at least 0.5% commission, then I'm going to be suing, and I don't have any lawyers, but I'm going to get some, and they're going to be good. They are going to be good lawyers. I'm going to go straight to wherever you go to sue people for that. That's where I'm going to go. I don't exactly know the process, but we'll figure it out. Hey guys, thanks for all the subs. I'm going to catch up with those after this game's over. Let's see if LionBlaze can close out game 1. He's looking pretty solid so far. And that flick is the best we've seen from him yet. Not all time, but definitely this series so far. retals still within touching distance, so he's managed to keep this one close. Seals that boost away, not because he needed it, just because he didn't want LionBlaze to have it. But maybe unknown to him, LionBlaze has quite a lot of boost himself. Now retals looking for the demo on the landing. LionBlaze escapes him. Still managing his boost quite well. He's wasted all of it though. That might be a bit risky here. He threatened a bump, but now he's in a precarious position. LionBlaze picking up small pads, and he has to turn and challenge early. And retals has got it past him, and he will put it in. And this kind of happened because of LionBlaze. Just after I said complimented him on managing his boost well, he wasted it all straight down the line and didn't really do much with the ball. He didn't give himself enough time to grab more boost. That's the biggest problem here. Now retals has an open goal on the kickoff, and he won't miss that one. And LionBlaze is going to be kicking himself for one, wasting all that boost on the previous play. 2, going side on to a kickoff. He might get kickoff goal revenge here, but this shouldn't be this close, as LionBlaze looked to be in control there. 1 goal it is. What do I think of Apex Legends? I've actually not played it. I've seen like maybe 2 minutes of stream content of it. I've heard that it's pretty good, but not really intended to play it myself. No, I'm sure it's a good game. I just don't really have the time, unfortunately, to play games these days. Oh wow, retals having to save his own shot to get the demo on LionBlaze. He's got a piece of alone time with the ball now. LionBlaze spawning, but no under boost pad in the corner near him. Another bump attempt by retals. He's gone too high this time, and LionBlaze gets the save. And now he's only going to hold on for 20 seconds, and he'll have game 1 in the bag. Probably the player who's struggled most to transition his ranked play into the show match environment is LionBlaze. Today could be a day that he can add a win to his record, and maybe start to build upon that in the future. He's looked like the better player this game 1. retals with a pretty bad open net miss, kind of making it easier for LionBlaze than it should be. LionBlaze escapes a late comeback by retals. It looked like he might have beamed it with that careless use of boost down the left-hand line, but he gets away with it this time. 1-0 LionBlaze. I'm Sequence, thanks to the Prime sub. Heinous Panther with the 14-month Prime, welcome back. And Leaf57 with the 8-month Prime, welcome back to you as also. Sorry, I'm trying to say. Let's get into game 2 and stay hydrated, my friends. But yeah, I was really curious to see how well retals was going to play today, because, like I said earlier, this 4-0 win against First Killer, not on my stream, but on a pretty big 1v1 tournament in North America for, I think, $500 prize pool. That's a huge result for him. And I mean, retals is a pretty good tournament player. He made it into the Manfield Night 5k Grand, or not Manfield Night 5k, sorry, the 12 Titans NA qualifier. I'm getting these two mixed up. got into the grand finals of that
31 months.
before losing to Sharif. Nice bump by retals here.
I do like
Might have an open net here, but he's
you
decided to
are
go for
doing
boost.
well.
And doing pretty good, Blind Man Gamer. 31 months is a massive amount of time. I appreciate that, buddy. And Hazard as well. This goal is for you. LionBlaze can't miss this. 8-month prime, welcome back. It's all gone wrong for retals. What is going on in his mind? He's gone into air dribble bump / demo mode or bust, and so far it's pretty much just been a bust. LionBlaze a pre-jump. He's actually covered most of his goal there. I've got a feeling he would have saved that if retals had put it on target. It might even be fortunate for retals that he didn't. Now he's got LionBlaze in a very awkward spot. Wave dash dribble. He's put it way too high though. It was only Fortune that escaped, landing on top of LionBlaze and probably completely screwing up his recovery there. LionBlaze has looked very calculated today. He's definitely had the better half of the midfield ball control, as retals has been playing chase most of the time. When do I do Marble Monday? We've not done one in a while. I might do one soon, but over here, dribble bump attempt by retals. This time he will land it and get the ball into the net. That's the first one of 4 that has been converted. And, you know, he's not been far off it in the other ones, so it doesn't seem like a terrible idea. I mean, 25% conversion rate on an offensive move is not the best in Rocket League 1v1, but it's been pretty close with the other ones. See if he can keep that up. Gets the ball past LionBlaze again, but LionBlaze has plenty boost to recover. Beats him to the next 50-50. Lion knows better than anyone there that he has to keep driving away from the ball. It might look weird that he just left that ball all of a sudden to drive into the center of the field, but all these like wide lines that LionBlaze is taking away from the play. Oh dear, that's a great pass. I was about to say that he's done a good job escaping ground demolition attempts. There's actually 2 in that last play by LionBlaze that he's deliberately ran away from a dangerous position where he's both in front of an area that retals can drive into and facing away from retals, so he can't really dodge what retals is trying to do should he go for it. Ball chased by retals. He gets a pretty big part of the ball there. Hits the brake to stop LionBlaze from connecting with his demo attempt. LionBlaze does go off the wall here. Thinking about top corner, and there it is. What a finish by LionBlaze. And was retals expecting the flip reset here? He was like delaying his approach, maybe not ready for that last touch to be quite that fast. Of course, retals is also worried that it could just be a double touch. He doesn't want to dive in front of his net in case LionBlaze puts it off the bar and squashes it in on the rebound. Really solid stuff there by LionBlaze. Will he mix it up on the next aerial play? Will he go for more aerial plays with control like that? I certainly wouldn't mind it. The aggression continues for retals, but most of it is ineffective. He's connecting with LionBlaze every now and then, but LionBlaze seems to be pretty good at avoiding this. Well, there's one that he has connected with. I mean, eventually, if you just keep on trying the same style, it might work. That's a pretty comical one as well. He's just driven up so slowly and waited for LionBlaze to jump, and he slaps him into his own net. Scored in LionBlaze and the ball at the same time. All 2s on the clock. 3-all the score. And with how retals is playing this game, it's going to be a pretty frustrating game for LionBlaze. Especially should he go on to lose this one. It won't sit well with him, I'm sure. He's getting bumped around this much. retals sneaking in a backwards challenge while LionBlaze is behind the ball. Another aerial bump attempt by retals. The ball's not even on target though. He's got to recover fast, and although he was in the general area there, he couldn't get a good hit on the ball, and LionBlaze gets a freebie. Not for the first time this game. retals going a bit too high on the air dribble bump that time with his first touch on the ball. He's got to get it underneath the crossbar. He seems pretty set on this strategy though. He's feeling confident. Here he comes again, and he's gone too high again. LionBlaze with a fantastic save. That was so well executed. Well, LionBlaze has actually just fluffed the shot. I reckon it could have put that in, but the save at the other end was something quite special. Probably the best one we've seen all series. Definitely this game. Here comes retals again. He's just going for the same shot over and over again, and this time it works. It's like 50-50. We've got Schrodinger's air dribble here. Until you get to find out, retals is scoring all of his air dribbles, but at the same time he's also missing them all. You really can't figure out what's happening with retals right now. I love it though, because LionBlaze has got to be thinking, what am I going to do against this? If he just keeps on going for air dribble bumps, is he going to get better at them the longer this goes on? Is he just practicing? Is he improving as this match goes on? Has he yet to see retals' final form in the demolition meta? Air roll to put the ball over LionBlaze's head, but no luck in the catch this time. LionBlaze has landed on top of retals. He's trying everything to get away, and here comes retals again. He's caught him in the loop arounds, and he's got the openest net of the match. He's just squeezed it past. My goodness, he wasted quite a lot of time here. This is just unbelievable. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys played League of Legends in the past, but there was an old saying that said that until you know where Garen is, he's in every bush on the map. There's Fog of War, and one character that liked to hide in bushes and attack you when you ran up close to him was Garen. This is kind of what retals is doing to LionBlaze right now. Until you see where he is, he's probably behind you trying to demo you at all times. That's the kind of mindset that LionBlaze has to play with right now. And here he comes again. He's got the bump, but LionBlaze gets the save. This is honestly turning into some sort of weird 1v1 mode. retals has set himself a challenge to only score with absolute aggression. He's caught a piece of that ball and got it wide of the net. 20 seconds for LionBlaze to come back. He must be feeling frustrated right now. He might get one more chance though. He will just go straight down the middle again. This is what he did in the last game, and it worked last time, and it's going to work this time. Never mind, retals with a fantastic save. LionBlaze loops around, hits the post on the far side of the net. Both these guys with some stellar goalkeeping in game 2. retals locks it down though. We're all tied up. I thought that was going to go in. It looked like retals was going to catch a piece of it, but he managed to keep it out off his own post as well. Great goalkeeping there as LionBlaze really did boom that flick. Mechanus, you're not wrong. Let's see if retals keeps that aggression up into game number 3. I don't know if this style is going to be a series-long thing, or was it just a dabble? I've got a feeling it's going to continue, but let's see if he's going to get any opportunities. He's going to ball chase to start things off. He's got not much boost here. LionBlaze trying to keep the ball close to him. He's past him though, and here comes retals to the open net. Oh my word, what a save by LionBlaze. You know, retals didn't shoot at the right part of the net there, but he did force a really good save out of his opponent. And the response from LionBlaze is to shoot in the right part of retals' net. That's a careless touch by retals as well. He's just passed it off the sidewall straight to his opponent. Wrath of the Drunk, thanks to the 6-month prime, by the way. That's much appreciated, mate. So a good start for LionBlaze. He's had good starts to every game so far, at least looking at the first 2 minutes together. Oh, Hazer, thanks for 398 bits, no message. If you forgot to write a message there, don't worry, just at JohnnyBoyMe in the chat. I'll try to catch it. You hate being so far behind a mobile. Oh yeah, that's a really annoying thing when you're watching a mobile on Twitch. It's like so delayed, and the chat spoils everything. 3-0 LionBlaze incoming. I'll go ahead and spoil that one for you. retals tried to go for a boomer clear here. That's where the side flip's coming into play, but mistimes it. Maybe it would have been safer there to lean back a little and just make sure that he catches that ball, because there's nothing worse than missing it entirely and knowing that your opponent's going to score. Speaking of, LionBlaze 4-0. retals is absolutely all over the place in this game. Jackman S, thanks for 11 months, mate.
Johnny,
what's up?
Your fam. We love you. Nearly a year.
It is indeed nearly a year. 11 months is about as close to a year as you can get in the months category. retals just giving LionBlaze another goal. Thinking he's going one step ahead here to steal LionBlaze's boost, but LionBlaze just turns around, doesn't need any boost to score that open net. We're only in the first minute and retals is down by 5. This is one of the weirdest starts to a game that I've ever seen. He's been all over the place. And there would have been a good or explanation for this if it had been LionBlaze who is all over the place. The aggression continues for retals. But you know, if LionBlaze is the one making these whiffs, I wouldn't be entirely surprised, because we could have put it onto the tilt effect of all these bumps and demos and just in general aggressive plays that retals is going for. But the start of this match being so all over the place for retals just does not make any sense at all. Now here he comes again, and of course he will go for another bump. He's gone A bit high, but he puts it in.
The first rainbows from Fairy.
LionBlaze couldn't keep this one out.
Justin's turtle air dribble and all the random streams in between. It's been a great ride, and all I can say is thank you.
Crow and the Paladin, oh mate. C-Mac, thanks for the 24 months, tier 1. I really appreciate that, dude. It has been quite the ride. Hopefully there's many more amazing streams to come. I'll try my best to make that happen. This has been a unique stream so far. I'll definitely go as far as to say that much. And you know, there's plenty more of this series left if retals can keep on executing these bump plays. He's 2 for 2 this game. Unfortunately, he's also 2 for 2 for whiffing the ball and giving LionBlaze free goals. 2 minutes gone. He will get plenty of time. Now, there was a change-up. The first time that we've seen retals make an aggressive play without a bump or a demo involved. He's going to go to the mid-boost from the 100 this time, but is this going to be another mistake? Yes, it is. LionBlaze punishes him again. That's the second time in a row that retals has tried to even out the boost difference and been scored on before he can get back. That's a really good finish though by LionBlaze. The first touch needed to be exactly right, and the follow-up needed to be even better. 4 goal difference again. retals with a long time left in the match though, and he did get an awful lot of chances last game, so he's got the right playstyle for making comebacks for sure at the moment. Doesn't catch any of LionBlaze this time. It was close, but LionBlaze has been a pretty slippery customer to catch in the goal. Flick over the top of retals. Going to make it a 5-goal game. LionBlaze flicks are looking pretty good today. This is a far more safe play to be going for as well. There's even an element of a backflip in there, so LionBlaze's car is even more in the match than retals should the save occur. Kick-off goal incoming for LionBlaze to make it 6 goals. We still have half the game to go here. LionBlaze might like to try and add salt to the wound. Insult to injury here. Can retals dig deep and find a way back into this one? The bump onto LionBlaze was the only way he was going to score there, so correct play for sure. Into the air we go, and LionBlaze setting up another air dribble attempt. This time retals gets the read. I would like to see a mix-up there from LionBlaze. There is an option to flip reset or get behind the ball and try and dunk it in. We all know what retals has got planned, but LionBlaze has obviously got him figured out as well, and it doesn't take a genius to guess how he managed to come to that conclusion. Now 1 minute 55 left. This is not good news for retals, but that is, as LionBlaze just lets go of the ball for a few seconds. And that's all it took for retals to close the gap. He was ball chasing with low boost, but instead of dribbling all the way back into his corner and then turning in a safe location, LionBlaze was thinking about turning in the midfield and threatening an early shot before retals could get 100 boost. But this time retals wasn't even going for 100 boost. He was actually just going straight for the ball. He's tried to correct that problem in his play. Shadowing from LionBlaze. Another demo attempt by retals. Another successful avoidance from LionBlaze. Air roll shots way off though. retals with his first touch also misses the target. It's a 5-goal game. One which LionBlaze should be winning quite easily with how end-to-end this match has been. You never know. There have been quite a few free goals in this game also. The power that LionBlaze is able to get on the flick, even though he's barely moving and has hardly any boost. He just delays the dodge that extra little bit to make retals think that it might be a mind game, and then fire it fast at the last second. 1 minute 11 on the clock. It's the only sub you kept, and you lost your job back in May. You're the first sub and follow to any streamer. You're the man. Dude, that's absolutely unreal. Honestly. That's an honor. But listen, like, anyone, this is like for anyone who's like in any like rough financial position, you know, losing jobs, being like a student, like whatever it may be, having to cover like I don't know, your house gets flooded and you have to buy a new floor, whatever it is. Just guys, never subscribe to a Twitch streamer if you're in a rough spot financially. Do not do it. That's me included. And no Twitch streamer in their right mind will tell you to do otherwise. Just want to make that absolutely clear. Yeah, YouTubers can, what do you call it? They can actually do that as well now. They can they could become channel members. So it's basically the same thing as a Twitch sub. In fact, it's literally the same thing. You beat LionBlaze 3-1 this morning. I don't know how he's doing so well. You beat him. Did you beat him in ranked 3-1, or was it 3-1 in games? That would be very impressive. Or is it just 3-1 in one match? Still very impressive. LionBlaze in ranked is a beast. He's just so solid when he's playing well. I mean, the one game the Rails has won so far this series was him popping off with the demos. LionBlaze should be able to take this though, or this series. I mean, obviously he's going to win this game. Come on. But yeah, he should be able to take this series with the current matchup of playstyles, because Retals have just been far too inconsistent. See if he can improve going into the next game. What if you're 50k in student debt? Yeah, see, if you've got these, like, if you've got like big debts to pay, if you've got like bills coming up, if you haven't bought food for the day, do all of those things before subscribing to Twitch streamers. I know that there's probably like some Twitch streamers out there who have got like who'll try and guilt trip people into contributing to them, but
my student Prime membership pays for my subscription and my grants pays for these bits.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. This is a man who has figured out his finances before choosing to support a streamer. I like it. But yeah, I was gonna say that, yeah, I know that there's some Twitch streamers out there who try and like guilt trip viewers into donating or like subbing or whatever, but it's just wrong. You shouldn't ever feel obliged to do it. Free content, you know. Big Go, thanks to the 12-month Prime. Elephant G, thanks to the 30-month Tier 1. Holy cow.
Thanks. Dub.
You guys are all far too kind, for real. And LionBlaze sneaks into Rails' corner. Rails is completely boost starved. Remember, you need to win here. This is a best of 5. He's going to get a chance to win this series. Of course, a demo for Rails, but this time the ball is a fair bit away from LionBlaze's goal. Nice turnaround by Rails, though. The side flip flick will get the job done. It's a great substitute here for the reverse 45-degree flick. The side flip does almost the same job, although a little bit less deceptive, a little bit slower, and maybe a little bit less of an arc on the ball as well, unless you're going really fast and get underneath the ball. Much easier to execute though. I'd recommend getting those figured out for your own games, for your own gameplay. If you've not already got a side flip flick as part of your offensive arsenal, I would recommend it. One of the best flicks to pull off. It's a bit safer to go for than a front flip flick, because your car is going to recover in a more like a easy to follow up location, because your ball and the ball and your car are going to go in the same direction. Whereas front flip flick, sometimes you'll front flip the ball, go that way, your car goes this way, and you end up in the opponent's net. You don't really recover very well from that position. So we're all tied up here. LionBlaze losing his early lead. Retals still being forced back pretty consistently into awkward spots here. That could have very well been a goal for LionBlaze. His accuracy let him down this time. Flarbow, thanks for the Prime sub. I'm confident that LionBlaze is going to save this. He's not letting me down here. I'd love to see LionBlaze just keeping Retals guessing. He needs to keep on threatening really long flicks. He doesn't want to go like close every single time. It would serve him well every now and then to just like blast a long shot or a flick towards Retals net. Oh my goodness, LionBlaze so close to scoring, but he couldn't quite make it. Nice ball chase by Retals. He's got the boost in the midfield as well. Scared, LionBlaze off the ball. 3 minutes 17 on the clock. We've got no goals this game compared to the last one. Another bump attempted by Retals, but LionBlaze avoids it, not for the first time, by just sitting on the ground, waiting for Retals to miss his bump, and then collecting the ball when it arrives. I think the biggest problem that Retals has with a lot of these air dribble bump attempts is that the ball's quite far behind him, and that of course allows LionBlaze to wait for the challenge to miss, or wait for the bump to miss, and then he could just take the ball for free. If the ball is right behind Retals, LionBlaze won't have that luxury. Oh wow, well, he will have a free goal here though. Look at this ball chase from the spawn. LionBlaze straight towards the ball, absolutely no regard for the positioning. And Retals did not think the LionBlaze were just going to drive straight in there. That's the exact kind of play that would trigger Jesse for about 10 minutes if somebody did that to him when he's playing 2v2. The aggression continues though for Retals. He's on a demo and bump spree here. It's a really, really heavy touch and kind of took away a lot of his offensive angles. Retals still on the ball here. Back into the air he goes, of course. And it's the same outcome. LionBlaze waits for Retals to go over the top of him and then gets the save. He's noticed that Retals leaves quite a large gap between him and the ball, and he's exploiting that to great effect. Now he's starting to apply the squeeze. The boost advantage is going to come into play here. LionBlaze looking for multiple touches. He's found 3. Needed a 4th if he was going to get the past retals this time. You know, I do commend retals in this playstyle. It is very entertaining to watch. It's quite funny to see the relentless air dribble bump and air dribble demo attempts and just ground plays involving aggression as well. But, you know, he needs to at some point find a way to keep the ball closer to him when he's doing it, or else he's going to fail. There we go. That's much better this time. He doesn't fly miles ahead of the ball. He lands on top of LionBlaze by slowing down on his approach. This time, look, he's much closer to the ball there, so LionBlaze is forced to move in for the save, and then retals can actually make contact. If the ball's further away there, LionBlaze would just stay back and let retals go straight past him. 1 goal in it. retals looking for the ball indicator. He couldn't quite find it in time for the immediate goal. LionBlaze will save the follow-up shot. retals still has the possession here. A long time left in the match. Quick turnaround, but LionBlaze is waiting on this same flank of the field. retals couldn't go back for 100 boost here, or he would have been beaten to the ball, so he stayed with 58 to make another offensive play. That shot's decent, but LionBlaze goalkeeping has been on point for the most part this series. retals testing him again, this time across the goal, and he will get the gap at the top corner. Well placed by retals. Did he know that LionBlaze was this low on boost here? LionBlaze could not quite reach that. Maybe a double jump aerial would have done it, but the dodge certainly did not. It was a fantastic shot by retals. We're all tied up yet again. This is reminiscent of game 2, which is bad news for LionBlaze. He did lose that game. Of course, game 1 also had a late equalizer for retals, which LionBlaze did win. retals is the near post spawn here. Will get the save. He has to be so careful right now, though. LionBlaze is just waiting for the one moment where retals lets his guard down. Right now, retals just needs distance and time. He might get a goal, actually. He will, straight down the middle. He's got the ball away from LionBlaze. Not just that, but put it in the net while doing so. I think he might have accidentally bumped LionBlaze in that exchange, which is it's kind of ironic, given the fact that his playstyle has been 90% bumps and demos. It's a great recovery by LionBlaze. He's looking to go straight down the middle here. The first flick is not good enough, but the shot will be. And we're all tied up again, and it's another retals boost over ball play. Where is he going? You've got to be going back to your net there, retals. Doesn't matter if LionBlaze has got 0 boost. He's going to put that on target faster than you can catch up with. We're all tied up again. retals hard work undone. He held the lines in defense for quite a while there. First touch here. Very fast for retals. He's just gone for a volley at the edge of the box, which forces LionBlaze into the air twice. The mind game gets LionBlaze out of the game. This shot won't miss. And retals does get the lead back. And that's a really nice mind game, actually. LionBlaze was trying to go blocking on the inside. Probably should have just gone more for the ball. Worried about the shot if he sees it coming at the last second. As things stand, retals on the verge of tying up this series. He's got everything he needs, and he's thinking about playing this one out with a bump. In fact, he's going to. This could be a horrendous mistake, though, and it is. Oh my goodness, retals, what have you just done? Oh no. He knew he had the boost advantage. He knew that this is his style for the match, and he wanted to make it happen. He wanted to just bump LionBlaze away from the ball, get the stylistic win, but instead he could just be losing it all here. Indeed he is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you throw a series. GG's, LionBlaze gets the win. retals, he went a little bit overboard with the bumps this time. It was entertaining to watch. But he needs to find the line. He needs to find the balance, whatever the line is between what is calculated aggression and completely out of control. He definitely crossed it this time. He went way past it. It was really entertaining stuff, though. GG's to LionBlaze and retals. Thanks to those guys for joining in and playing tonight for our entertainment. And congratulations to LionBlaze on another series win on stream. He's showing a little bit of why he is one of the best ranked players in the world right now. Although, still, I'm sure, many more good performances to come in the future if he can keep on customizing himself to the show match environment. I know that there's probably like some Twitch streamers out there who have got like they'll try and guilt trip people into contributing to them, but
my student Prime membership pays for my subscription and my grants pays for these bits.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. This is a man who has figured out his finances before choosing to support a streamer. I like it. But yeah, I was gonna say that, yeah, I know that there's some Twitch streamers out there who try and like guilt trip viewers into donating or like subbing or whatever, but it's just wrong. You should ever feel obliged to do it. Free content, you know. Big Go, thanks for the 12-month Prime. Elephant G, thanks for the 30-month Tier 1. Holy cow.
Thanks. Dub.
You guys are all far too kind, for real. And LionBlaze sneaks into Retals' corner. Retals is completely boost-starved. Remember, you need to win here. This is a best of 5. He's going to get a chance to win this series. Of course, a demo for Retals, but this time the ball is a fair bit away from LionBlaze's goal. Nice turnaround by Retals, though. The side flip flick will get the job done. It's a great substitute here for the reverse 45-degree flick. The side flip does almost the same job, although a little bit less deceptive, a little bit slower, and maybe a little bit less of an arc on the ball as well, unless you're going really fast and get underneath the ball. Much easier to execute, though. I'd recommend getting those figured out for your own games, for your own gameplay. If you've not already got a side flip flick as part of your offensive arsenal, I would recommend it. One of the best flicks to pull off. It's a bit safer to go for than a front flip flick because your car is going to recover in a more like a easy to follow up location because your ball and the ball and your car are going to go in the same direction. Whereas front flip flick, sometimes you'll front flip the ball, go that way, your car goes this way, and you end up in the opponent's net. You don't really recover very well from that position. So we're all tied up here. LionBlaze losing his early lead. But Retals still being forced back pretty consistently into awkward spots here. That could have very well been a goal for LionBlaze. His accuracy let him down this time. Flarbow, thanks for the Prime sub. I'm confident that LionBlaze is going to save this. He's not letting me down here. I'd love to see LionBlaze just keeping Retals guessing. He needs to keep on threatening really long flicks. He doesn't want to go like close every single time. It would serve him well every now and then to just like blast a long shot or a flick towards Retals' net. Oh my goodness, LionBlaze so close to scoring, but he couldn't quite make it. Nice ball chase by Retals. He's got the boost in the midfield as well. Scared, LionBlaze off the ball. 3 minutes 17 on the clock. We've got no goals this game compared to the last one. Another bump attempted by Retals, but LionBlaze avoids it, not for the first time, by just sitting on the ground, waiting for Retals to miss his bump, and then collecting the ball when it arrives. I think the biggest problem that Retals has with a lot of these air dribble bump attempts is that the ball's quite far behind him, and that of course allows LionBlaze to wait for the challenge to miss, or wait for the bump to miss, and then he could just take the ball for free. If the ball is right behind Retals, LionBlaze won't have that luxury. Oh wow, well, he will have a free goal here though. Look at this ball chase from the spawn. LionBlaze straight towards the ball, absolutely no regard for the positioning. And Retals did not think the LionBlaze were just going to drive straight in there. That's the exact kind of play that would trigger Jesse for about 10 minutes if somebody did that to him when he's playing 2v2. The aggression continues though for Retals. He's on a demo and bump spree here. It's a really, really heavy touch and kind of took away a lot of his offensive angles. But Retals still on the ball here. Back into the air he goes, of course. And it's the same outcome. LionBlaze waits for Retals to go over the top of him and then gets the save. He's noticed that Retals leaves quite a large gap between him and the ball, and he's exploiting that to great effect. Now he's starting to apply the squeeze. The boost advantage is going to come into play here. LionBlaze looking for multiple touches. He's found 3. Needed a 4th if he was going to get the past Retals this time. You know, I do commend Retals in this playstyle. It is very entertaining to watch. It's quite funny to see the relentless air dribble bump and air dribble demo attempts and just ground plays involving aggression as well, but you know, he needs to at some point find a way to keep the ball closer to him when he's doing it, or else he's going to fail. There we go, that's much better this time. He doesn't fly miles ahead of the ball, he lands on top of LionBlaze by slowing down on his approach. This time look, he's much closer to the ball there, so LionBlaze is forced to move in for the save, and then Retals can actually make contact. If the ball's further away there, LionBlaze would just stay back and let Retals go straight past him. 1 goal in it. Retals looking for the ball indicator. He couldn't quite find it. in time for the immediate goal. LionBlaze will save the follow-up shot. retals still has the possession here. A long time left in the match. Quick turnaround, but LionBlaze is waiting on this same flank of the field. retals couldn't go back for 100 boost here, or he would have been beaten to the ball, so he stayed with 58 to make another offensive play. That shot's decent, but LionBlaze goalkeeping has been on point for the most part this series. retals testing him again, this time across the goal, and he will get the gap at the top corner. Well placed by retals. Did he know that LionBlaze was this low on boost here? LionBlaze could not quite reach that. Maybe a double jump aerial would have done it, but the dodge certainly did not. It was a fantastic shot by retals. We're all tied up yet again. This is reminiscent of game 2, which is bad news for LionBlaze. He did lose that game. Of course, game 1 also had a late equalizer for retals, which LionBlaze did win. retals is the near post spawn here. Will get the save. He has to be so careful right now, though. LionBlaze is just waiting for the one moment where retals lets his guard down. Right now, retals just needs distance and time. He might get a goal, actually. He will, straight down the middle. He's got the ball away from LionBlaze. Not just that, but put it in the net while doing so. I think he might have accidentally bumped LionBlaze in that exchange, which is it's kind of ironic, given the fact that his playstyle has been 90% bumps and demos. It's a great recovery by LionBlaze. He's looking to go straight down the middle here. The first flick is not good enough, but the shot will be. And we're all tied up again, and it's another retals boost over ball play. Where is he going? You've got to be going back to your net there, retals. Doesn't matter if LionBlaze has got 0 boost. He's going to put that on target faster than you can catch up with. We're all tied up again. retals hard work undone. He held the lines in defense for quite a while there. First touch here. Very fast for retals. He's just gone for a volley at the edge of the box, which forces LionBlaze into the air twice. The mind game gets LionBlaze out of the game. This shot won't miss. And retals does get the lead back. And that's a really nice mind game, actually. LionBlaze was trying to go blocking on the inside. Probably should have just gone more for the ball. Worried about the shot if he sees it coming at the last second. As things stand, retals on the verge of tying up this series. He's got everything he needs, and he's thinking about playing this one out with a bump. In fact, he's going to. This could be a horrendous mistake, though, and it is. Oh my goodness, retals, what have you just done? Oh no. He knew he had the boost advantage. He knew that this is his style for the match, and he wanted to make it happen. He wanted to just bump LionBlaze away from the ball, get the stylistic win, but instead he could just be losing it all here. Indeed he is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you throw a series. GG's, LionBlaze gets the win. retals, he went a little bit overboard with the bumps this time. It was entertaining to watch. But he needs to find the line. He needs to find the balance, whatever the line is, between what is calculated aggression and completely out of control. He definitely crossed it this time. He went way past it. It was really entertaining stuff, though. GG's to LionBlaze and retals. Thanks to those guys for joining in and playing tonight for our entertainment. And congratulations to LionBlaze on another series win on stream.